Did he have like 2 or 3?
Capri Bibbs scored on the 1 yard line yesterday. Capri Bibbs.
Tevin
Colt
Coleman
did not look bad.
What?
He did not look bad.
Tevin Coleman?
No, Colt McCoy.
Oh, Colt. I think you said Tevin Coleman.
No.
Yeah, I had Tevin Coleman in my fantasy, and he just 1 point through the last minute, and they scored like garbage time last minute. And he scored a touchdown, so I got 7 points.
Oh my god!
I was getting so mad. I'm like, because I wasn't gonna start him either. I literally wasn't gonna start him, and just
oh my god!
Plus
Michael
6
Thomas
points.
gave me like 3 points.
You can get rid of that, Pete. Go ahead and just get rid of that.
Are we live?
Oh, we're live. Yeah, we're just getting warmed up here.
Oh,
let the fellas get in. Last week we did that. We had a song playing when but then it got copyrighted.
yeah.
So I would love to do that. But
Stupid like that.
did you hear about Mackenzie Milton? Yeah, he destroyed his shit. No, what did he do?
Yeah, his leg didn't look good.
Done for. Undefeated season.
Like, I don't know, it looked like a dislocated knee.
Ouch.
Justin Herbert just got hurt too. Halftime didn't
Or
come back
something, or
out.
a
Shoulder
broken-
injury.
Broken leg, I don't know.
Quarterback shoulder injuries. Justin Herbert, Mitchell Trubisky, and Ryan Tannehill.
Trubisky's a bruise.
Bruce. Yeah, I heard he might be out a couple weeks. I'm not
No,
buying
he's
that.
back next week.
Yeah.
I saw 1 week.
I just played Chase Daniel against the Giants. I just play him.
No, it's a bruise. You're gonna heal from a bruise.
Chase Daniel's not going to lose to the Giants. Trubisky playing hurt might.
He's not
your
hurt.
future.
It's a bruise,
Okay.
and he's getting the extra couple days off. Thursday was nice.
Gavin's the man over here.
I don't have enough for my
Listen,
30 donation.
You don't
But
need
you're
to,
still
Gavin.
having one come your way. You guys are the best. Oh,
Gavin.
appreciate you, Gavin. And I'm not. How do I say this? We changed the alerts for subscribers and donations on. We're gonna change it every week, I think.
To kind of keep things spicy.
Yeah, Pete and Junior, Pigskin and Junior don't know. I changed it myself.
Oh boy.
And Danny's not here, but that guy's got. He left us with some notes.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't get these notes.
All right. Well, we'll see him in a little bit.
Okay.
Not quite yet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What's up?
Bears going to get a first round bye over the Rams. Lukewarm take.
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Lukewarm take, not a hot take. A lukewarm.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I don't think
No.
they. I mean, what if the Bears beat the Rams? Was that Sunday night coming up?
2 weeks. It's not. They
It's
play the
week
Giants
14.
and then the Rams.
It's week 14. Yeah. What if they beat them?
Which Thanksgiving
It's in
game
Chicago,
did you
I
think was the best? Definitely the Bears-Lions game. All the
I
other
mean, that
ones-
game
all
was
the other
boring.
ones were. Well, I mean, all the other ones were blowouts.
I mean, the Cowboys Redskins was an exciting game.
Can we just talk
Well,
about
then
how
it-
amazing
then it
Eddie
was-
Jackson is?
We'll talk about him a little later. But we're gonna have to talk about it now because we'll just start with the recap. Anybody got questions?
What?
Yeah, I just saw that Texans owner passed away. I feel like a lot of people in the front office and ownership have died this year. It's during the season. It's just terrible.
You're not gonna be able to witness a Bears championship.
Yeah. So a little different look this week. It looks like my recap. So this will be back up there during my recap maybe, or we'll recap it now. Thanksgiving games, there's your final scores. I was kind of close with the score of the Lions-Bears. I just thought the Lions would win, honestly. I think I had a 23-20 Lions. I think the Lions could have won that game. Honestly, I think they should have won that game. I think Stafford really took them out of it. I thought really the Lions team played pretty well except for Stafford and maybe Roberts.
They were playing so just scared.
Early on, yeah.
It took them. They didn't start being aggressive until what? Maybe end of the third quarter.
So you can say that costed them maybe.
Yeah,
early on.
They were just.
I've been saying how you start is so important in today's NFL. How you start, but I don't know. The Lions could have won that game, and we can go around and everyone can say their takes on the game. I guess one at a time. But I think the Lions should have won that game. Could have won the game. Eddie Jackson stepping up once again.
You see, he already has passed Brian Urlacher for defensive touchdowns.
Jeez.
And
he has 5 since last year.
Yeah.
And he's ridiculous.
He had the 2 in the one game last year against Carolina.
They just took him in the 4th round last year. I had a 2nd round grade on him, but I understood the 4th round because he had a broken leg. But we knew the talent he had. And he was a hell of a returner, too.
I think that's why you're kind of seeing him sprinkle.
No, that's what it was. Yeah, he started getting pick sixes at Bama, and they put him at punt returner, and he was ridiculous. But then he broke his leg. So
Did he break it returning a punt?
I think he broke it returning. I don't remember if it was a punt or an interception, but I think he honestly should be the punt returner over Cohen. I think Cohen does. He's a weapon, but he goes too much like back and forth.
Cohen does a lot of that, even offensively.
He had a one during the game where it was like if you cut it up, he was probably gone, and he just like.
I think ever since he took that big hit against was it Minnesota the week before, he took like a pretty big hit, and he was kind of shaken up, and you can tell he was like.
And the Vikings were hitting pretty hard.
I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't think it was Minnesota. I think it was the week before. I think it was against the Lions too. He just ever since then he's been he runs a lot of horizontal. Doesn't just run up the field, and it drives me nuts.
The Vikings were hitting receivers hard, and they were like still hanging on the ball. That was so impressive to me. Trey Wayne, how many times did Trey Wayne's like just nail a guy right when he caught it, and they just still hung on to it? It was insane.
He didn't do much holding that game. He was hitting.
No, yeah, I think the Vikings defense played real well that game, but it was a defensive game. Yeah, shows how good the Bears receiving unit is. Shows how good Nagy's offense is. Getting a win with Chase Daniel. I think. Oh, I see. Keelan Kilburn, love your channel. Appreciate you.
Keelan, we love you.
We do.
Yeah, you tell him we do.
But the Bears, that offense. Yeah, Daniel. I think
he had some balls.
He had some pretty accurate balls. Yeah. I think.
He had a nice set of balls on him.
He did.
He did those 2 touchdowns.
I mean, he found out maybe he had an idea earlier than we did, but it was kind of ruled that Trubisky was out the day before.
He definitely knew before.
He knew that, but to like be named the starter the day before, I mean that's pretty tough to go in there, especially the team like knowing their starting quarterbacks out. So it was a good win. I think the most impressive thing about Daniel was just taking care of the ball. Like I think a lot of people expected him maybe to throw an interception.
He did fumble one, but they got it back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
but they said he was down.
He may have been down, but Howard covered it anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he throws one pick, they might have lost that game. I don't know why that pops up. What is that pops up? He said he wasn't donating $30. Gavin donated $30 again. What a guy. New alert. Gotta thank the fans.
Who's the Eric Andre looking dude?
I don't know what that is.
I think that's Gavin.
I think Gavin has some kind of.
Gavin, are you up to some type of snake tricks?
He's up to something.
Are you doing that?
I'm not making that pop up.
Oh, Michael, thanks.
It's so quiet. The alert. We got 2 Family Guy alerts. Well, thanks for the subscription. I forget who I missed.
It was Michael something.
All right. Well, thank you. Bears Lions. Back to it. No, I think that was pretty much done.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah. That was pretty much it. Daniel took care of the ball. I mean, if he threw 1 pick, that could have been a different game. But instead, Stafford threw 2 picks. One to Eddie Jackson. He was just. He read his eyes.
Like what was the tight end doing on that last pick?
I'm not sure what he was doing,
because he pushed Kyle Fuller like back to almost to catch the ball.
I think they kind of like pushed each other.
But like his route, he like either gave up on the route or
I think
ran
he was
the
expecting
completely wrong route.
Because the number one option was a dump to Theo Riddick, and I think he was expecting Riddick to have the ball, so to start blocking. So I think
he wasn't even looking for a pass?
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't have a good game, but I blame that on Stafford. Like, you have eyes, don't you? Like, you don't have to throw that ball. And he threw it where only Fuller can catch it. Like, Fuller had to make a play to go backwards to catch it.
Like, if you don't have that throw, you throw it out of the end zone.
Yeah.
You throw it out of the end zone.
Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers does that?
No.
They have a better chance of making a touchdown, throwing a touchdown, than throwing that interception right there.
You throw the touchdown on a laser or you throw it out of bounds. You don't throw just a lob up in the air. It was such a lousy throw.
Yeah, real football fans know about this channel. Yep.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Oh, Gavin! This is what Gavin said. It's one of the gifts you can choose. Oh, you're a snake.
Oh yeah, if you donate, that's right. I didn't think of that. There's 2 ways to donate. If you donate through the link in the description, which I think is better because I think you can choose your gifts. Like he said, I totally forgot about that. And there's a leaderboard. A viewer donation leaderboard on there. If you donate through the super chat,
Gavin's climbing.
Your message comes up real big. Did we read his message, by the way?
We did not read Gavin's message.
Message comes up either way. It just comes up bigger on the other one. But the way Gavin did it's better because you can choose the GIF. Just kidding. The check cleared. Here's to you guys. Highlight of my delivery shift every Friday night. Well, we appreciate you, Gavin. Thank you very much. 2 weeks in a row.
We love you, Gavin. Do your thing. 2, 1.
Yeah. Oh, there's one. Okay. But I should do a 30.
What?
31 claps. I'm kidding. No, we
I don't
appreciate
think so.
you very much. Totally forgot to read the message. Sorry about that, but we got it. So when is the podcast, boys? Yeah, we're talking about it. We're focusing on this for now. It's coming, though. We're going to need some things to do in the off season. And we got the mock
I think
drafts
the
and
off
stuff.
season is when we kind of kick up other projects like a podcast.
Yeah, and then more than just sports too.
Yeah.
NFL season, we're busy right now trying to get the setup better and try to improve the channel. Maybe some surprises coming your guys' way. We got the face reveal at 10K. Maybe there's be some surprises on the way.
Ooh.
A couple things after 10K are already planned, so big things coming. But yeah, are we done with the Bears Lions? We were blaming Stafford, and
I blame the play calling more, but
I thought the
like
play
we've
calling
been saying for weeks, Stafford and his happy feet. What is going?
Yeah.
Like his foot, you can tell he doesn't trust his line.
I think it was Trey Wingo that said it. I think he said the Vikings stole his soul or something because they sacked him 10 times. And
ever since then,
during that game, he's just because some of the sacks even during that game were because he was chopping his feet too much and not throwing the ball. So I don't know who hit him and made him do this, but I don't know. But I see it. My problem is I went on a rant on Twitter, too. If you don't follow our Twitter, it's up the top of the screen there, frogs_angels. I went on a rant because I've seen it for years, and it kind of had enough. People making excuses and defending Matt Stafford. It's the people that think he's borderline elite or a very good quarterback. It's just complete BS.
You can't be elite. In my mind,
the elite conversation's gone now. It has to be gone. I don't think he's even good. I think
he has the skills to be a good quarterback, but the quarterbacks that are better than good, that are great, that are elite, can make Aaron Rodgers has worse receivers than Matt Stafford has, but he's just
Trubisky's a second-year guy.
People better.
Trubisky's a second-year guy known for being a system guy, Nagy's system, and he's not too accurate, but I think he's better than Matt Stafford now.
Yeah,
I think Stafford's the worst in the division.
I'm telling you, Stafford has the skills to be a good quarterback, and he's had weapons and he's not had weapons, and he's just I don't know what to be a great borderline elite quarterback, you have to make your team better, single-handedly make your team better.
Yeah. We've
like
seen
Aaron Rodgers will single-handedly. The Packers will always be in the discussion, always. As far as he's there, as long as he's there, always be in the discussion.
Yeah, just some of the throws he makes ends up being mistakes, and guys like Aaron Rodgers, guys like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, they won't make those mistakes. And the excuses for Stafford are ridiculous. Yesterday, people were saying it's 100% on Roberts. How is that 100% on Roberts? Did Roberts throw the ball there to where only Fuller can catch it? It's.
I have another take on a quarterback coming up here in one of these
right.
next two games.
Any more takes on Stafford and the Lions or the Bears? Bears defense wins another one, but Chase Daniel controls the game. Basically, the bottom line of that game. Thought it's a good win. I think it's a game the Lions should win. It's a game the Lions should win. Since they didn't, you got to blame your quarterback, and the season's over. Really, if they won that game, they were right in it.
Yeah.
They're one game behind the Packers or the Vikings. And then right there with the Packers.
I think they're pretty much done here.
I think they're done. Redskins Cowboys.
There's Case Keenum over Eli Manning.
I like how he spelled
He spelled it like us.
That guy.
Tiger Woods ties it up. Clutch chip.
All right, Tiger.
There we go.
Yeah. Redskins Cowboys. This was a fun game to watch. A lot of this game made it look close. Maybe the score finished, but then there was a good part of the game where it made it look like the Cowboys completely dominated this game, and the score got a little closer at the end. So you could take it either way. My take from this game before I let you guys go was just pretty much to make it simple. The Cowboys were the better team. They dominated maybe more than the score showed, but I did think there was a lot of calls that really went their way that I think the Redskins got screwed on. Between face masks on Colt McCoy, missed PI calls, all kinds of stuff. I don't know. That was just my take, but Cowboys, they're pretty close to a complete roster almost. That's kind of crazy to say about the Cowboys. They a lot of players on their team play very well, especially lately. So that was my take. I didn't think Colt McCoy was bad. Could have played better. Some turnovers, but I don't think he was terrible. We're not surprised about anything what he's done so far. What are your guys' thoughts?
I was saying this a little before we went live, but Colt McCoy had turnovers, but he impressed me. It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Way better.
You look good. You look good in the Texans game. I think were they losing when he came in? I think they were losing,
Yeah.
and then they took the lead with
Took the lead with a good throw in the corner of the end zone.
and then they lost at the end, but it was pretty close. So I wasn't surprised by how he played. I mean, I don't think he played great or anything, but I wasn't surprised on. He can make the throws and he's like smart, but yeah, he's not gonna win you games though. I don't think. But yeah, I don't know. The Redskins secondary looked like they just.
I forgot to mention that.
They kind of busted on two Amari Cooper touchdowns, which was
more than
really
that,
bad.
but those were the big ones.
Well, I mean, that looked really. I mean, that's 14 points right there.
Yeah, I think I was talking about on Twitter. The Cowboys, a team that really can't throw downfield too well, exposed the Redskins defensive backs. It was bad, and that makes me kind of go on another rant here. Riz rants.
Yeah.
It should be a new segment.
New
Riz
segment.
rants.
I like it.
But this is the rant. You know, DJ Swearinger, people say one of the best safeties, maybe the best safety in football during this year. Why? Because you look at the stats, he's got a good amount of picks, and because Pro Football Focus has him towards the top in safety rankings. I think he was 1 for a little bit. I think I changed a little bit, but he's still towards the top. They trade for Clinton Dix. You look at the stats, he's got the picks. He's up there for Pro Football Focus. I don't know how they do their grading. I don't think anybody knows. You got to respect them. You like seeing those grades because it's a lot of work, but I don't really agree with them a lot. And those two safety, and the Packers traded them for a reason. A team that needs safeties traded a safety for their best safety, maybe for a 4th rounder. Both those safeties have play recognition problems, awareness problems, just getting to the ball, angles when the ball's in the air. They happen to find some interceptions, which helps their teams. But I think those are all of a sudden out of nowhere. Maybe they're underrated at one point, but now 2 overrated safeties, and they played. I think mainly Clinton Dix played an absolute terrible game. Absolute terrible. Riz sucks. Junior is the king.
I love you. But what was worse?
What's his name?
Notre Dame sucks.
Riz. Okay.
All right.
What?
What was worse yesterday for like the Redskin DBs? They were both bad, but was it more poor coverage or just god awful tackling? Because like there were multiple times where they got to the receiver, but they just could not wrap them up. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think it was evenly both, but the worst part was really their angles. It's just that simple. Like they're. You can't really explain it any better. They just couldn't get to the ball fast enough and the right way, and it was very bad. I don't know. Yeah, the Cowboys are looking good though. They got to be the favorites in the East now.
I think this division is now the most exciting division.
Just
because now.
Yeah, but is the winner of this division gonna?
No. But like the internal battle is exciting.
Do the Giants come back?
Do the Eagles make a push?
You still can't count the Eagles.
You can't count anybody out here.
People talk about the Eagles being beat up, though. The Redskins, nobody talks about that enough. They are pretty beat up. Obviously, with Alex Smith, which that's the part everyone's talking about, but their offensive line. Darius Geis got hurt before the year even started. I know Peterson's fine, but Geis was going to be something special. I was picking him. I thought he'd be a candidate for Rookie of the Year. So a lot of injuries.
What, he tears his ACL, right?
For the Redskins, yeah. Preseason. But, another good win for the Cowboys. They're streaking. Falcons Saints. I don't really have much to talk about on this game.
I have a hot take.
What's your hot take?
Not a hot take, but I think Matt Ryan is so overrated.
Overrated?
I think he is so overrated. He has not put together. I don't think he's put together in his entire career back-to-back seasons of good play. Ever.
I think he's playing pretty good this year.
No, but last year he was off.
But
last year he was off. Then the year before was a Super Bowl run, his MVP, MVP run. But he had that stretch, and then he fell off the cliff because what happened to him. And then this year he's kind of dabbling in. Oh, I can still kind of throw the ball. I don't think he's good at all.
I think he's good.
I think you take away his weapons, he's nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think he's more than good.
You take away Sanu and Julio Jones, he cannot. I don't think he. 2 athletic receivers that can make a bad quarterback or a quarterback who's not too good look good. I don't think he's that good. I honestly don't. I really don't.
I think he's more than good, but he does. I was going to mention he does have pretty good weapons, offensive line. It's bad.
You're overrated.
You know what, David? You're overrated.
I think he's a good quarterback. I blame a lot on Sarkisian lately. Offense coordinator, play calling's been terrible. Defense, it's tough when your defense really can't stop anything and your offense out there got to figure out something quick. People talk about the opposite. Like when the defense is constantly out there, it's impossible to play, but nobody talks about what I just said. The offense like constantly have to catch up with points, and that seems to be the problem with the Falcons. They're a very beat-up team on defense, but somebody asked if Rivers is a Hall of Famer. I believe
I think
he is.
so.
Yeah.
I would say so.
But, yeah, the Falcons' play calling needs to be better. Sarkisian, I think, needs to go. Freeman needs to be healthy, but is he the future of the Falcons at running back, or is it Tevin Coleman? They're going to need to re-sign him.
Which one needs to be re-signed?
They both need to be re-signed, really, but Tevin Coleman's going to be a free agent. But it's interesting to see what they'll do because Freeman's better, but
Last
not,
2 years he's been banged
not
up.
by that much, and yeah,
He was huge on that Super Bowl run.
Yeah,
Huge.
nobody can stop the outside runs, passes to Freeman. It was insane. So maybe he's that good. We know he's good, but maybe he's like that good, or maybe he's one of the best running backs in football. Maybe he is.
If 100% healthy.
Yeah.
Sean Watson's not better than Matt Ryan.
Somebody asked that? No,
Somebody said that.
No, James Harden, Matt Ryan's better. Come on now. Watson's still young, though. He's definitely exciting to watch.
You said Texans are missing a lot of key players, and everyone's asking who. Will Fuller, and that's about it. I don't know.
Will Fuller keeps getting hurt. Will Fuller is something else, I think. He's definitely a threat. Like he might be, you're talking about like Tyreek Hill. I think Will Fuller is right there with like speed, and it just opens things up for the rest of the offense too. It's just unfortunate that he keeps getting hurt. He didn't really get hurt in college. It's just gonna keep happening now. It's crazy. But yeah, any more takes on these games? The Saints forcing turnovers in the red zone, almost at the goal line once again. They make Matt Ryan.
What was he doing?
Who?
Did you see that
Matt
play?
Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That strip, he literally took
He
the
was kind
snap.
of like Matt Stafford a little bit.
He took the snap and he just like was looking down, did one little shuffle, and then just like looked up and just stripped.
Yeah, I think he's like Matt Stafford, but with his like head.
Yeah,
Like he's kind of just like.
he just froze. He literally froze and just got stripped.
I don't know. There was one he got stripped and he was just like all over the place, like back and forth. Like it was just like I don't know what he was doing. I never seen him move so fast, but it wasn't in a good way. But what?
All right, Amon. Well, have a good one.
My mom's friend is inviting me for dinner. So, what?
Just you or is your mom too? If it's
Well,
just your mom's
know
friend,
the answer to that.
yeah, I don't even know the answer. That's just kind of strange. All right.
But yeah, the Saints D making plays in the red zone, coming up big. Defense looks to be getting better. That's the scary part.
Wow, Jack's already on board that they need a new QB out in Detroit.
Yeah, it's just the tough thing is you're not going to get one in the draft. Right now. It's going to take too much time. Do you go in that rebuild mode? I think you definitely go with Stafford. I think you definitely play with Stafford next year, but I think it's time
He's
to
locked in pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's time to start looking for the replacement. So I guess one more year you give him, for me at least.
We got Mitch is made of glass.
No.
He'll be the next Sam Bradford. I think
don't know about that.
he's taken with the hits that he's taken. I think Bradford would be dead.
And Bradford took some good hits, but he was dead.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
God.
So there we go. Recap. That's the recap.
I think
that'll do
Bradford
it.
is Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
No, but Derrick Rose is balling now.
Trade Stafford to the Broncos. I saw that it's very possible that the Raiders could trade Carr, like maybe closer to the draft. They could trade Carr for
How many
more picks.
They're going to get more first rounders.
I think Gruden. I think it's being brought up because the whole Gruden arguing with Carr and Carr arguing with Gruden thing. But Gruden's known for not hanging on to quarterbacks super long, so he maybe wanted to find his guy. So I mean, I could see it. I don't know.
This guy's usernames.
Hey Riz, make some quality content for once. Well, why are you here then?
That was the same one.
Yeah, he changed
The
his
Notre
name.
Dame one.
Oh, you shouldn't be here because this is my content here.
Yeah, buddy. We're all a team here.
What's this guy's problem?
Who?
He
Which
just
one?
doesn't like Notre Dame, I think.
I don't know what his problem is over here.
Notre Dame's a good football team, all right? Deal with it.
All right.
All right, moving on. MVP. We haven't done this in a few weeks.
Can we do Danny's pick first?
Danny. Yeah, we'll give you Danny's pick. He picked, I believe he picked Drew Brees, right? I gotta. Offensive MVP. Brees. That's what Danny had to say.
Wow.
All right, let me pull our
little guys up.
Our guys, yeah, little guys. Yeah, I pull these up, even though they're already down here. But you can't move the bigger ones. You only can move these smaller ones. So.
Gotcha. You're missing. Oh no, never mind.
Danny's not here.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
So Danny chose Breeze. I guess I could have put him up here, but too late. Danny chose Breeze. Yeah, I honestly. Well, the Rams kind of blew it for Gurley. They haven't been using him enough, so I think that kind of ruined it for him. And maybe they're saving him. I guess they want to wear him out. So whatever. I would say Tyreek Hill is a very dominant player, and he makes Mahomes better, even though I think Mahomes is very, very talented, very good. I think Tyreek Hill is just the guy that everybody would like. But yeah, I really don't think it's too much of a question at this point, and I'm gonna choose Drew Brees.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Drew Brees.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you.
All right,
triple Brees.
I'm not even gonna move you guys over there because I'm gonna have to move them back.
Quadruple
in 2 seconds.
Brees.
Who would your second place vote be?
Probably Patrick Mahomes.
No, I think I'd have to go Goff now. After that matchup, I think I would have to go Goff.
Okay.
Goff is. Some of the throws he has are insane.
I mean, he's got a really good system, but they're not taking anything away from his talent. Very talented. And young still. I just like how Booger McFarland was just kept mentioning that everyone considered him a bust. He just kept mentioning that. Like, I don't know who was considering him a bust when he was like a rookie.
Wait. Side note.
Yeah.
Tiger Phil is going to sudden death.
Sudden death. Do they fight?
No,
fight
I think
to the
they
death?
said extra
Fight to the
holes.
death.
Extra holes. So if that's the case, Tiger definitely wins.
Okay.
Nobody got that joke, but it's okay.
Defensive MVP.
Extra holes, yeah, I got it.
We got to see what Danny says first. Defensive MVP, he says Donald. That is all. So this was tough. It was very hard to leave. I had to choose a Cowboy, and I just really like the way Jalen Smith's playing. I think the guy's everywhere. He plays, he's just a linebacker, but it's like he plays inside, outside. It's like he's crazy. Riz is king. I don't know what's going on.
Look
with
at his username now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Riz. I love you. You're the best. Everyone's spelling my name R-I-Z, though.
There's two
Z's, but it's okay. I'm just letting you know. I haven't decided if I love you back yet. I haven't really decided. But anyways, I had to choose a Cowboy. DeMarcus Lawrence, very, very good. Hard not to put him on this list. Jalen Smith, to me, is everywhere. It's like hard not to notice Jalen Smith when watching. Pretty much the other guys are pretty obvious. Same guys on here, except for Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson earns a spot up here. I always thought he was a very good safety, but I thought usually with interceptions and even touchdowns off picks, there's a lot of luck involved. But when you consistently do it over and over again, I think he's putting himself in the right spot at the right time.
He takes some beautiful angles.
Yeah, so he definitely deserves a spot up here. Don't really have to talk about everyone else. We got a lot of sack leaders. This is tough, though, for me. Danny chose Aaron Donald.
I think it's a no-brainer.
You think it's a no-brainer?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald for Pete. I think it's closer than people realize.
I think the second, third is closer. I think I would go Aaron Donald, but there's a lot of guys up here.
You're picking Aaron Donald?
I'm picking Aaron Donald, but I think there's a couple guys up here that I think you could fight for 2 and 3.
Yeah, to me, it's just Aaron. People look at stats. There's always those people, and stats matter. I mean, they don't matter, but they tell us kind of how the guy's playing. And Aaron Donald hasn't had his bye week yet. It's this week, so maybe the stats. I mean, he's still up there, and he's he's not like an edge rusher. So for him to have that many sacks is ridiculous. He does a very good job stripping the ball when he can, stopping the run. But I think it's closer than you think. I mean, I think you look at these other guys and the impact they make. I think a guy like Danielle Hunter, I think he really carried this pass rush for the Vikings with Everson Griffin out. Everson Griffin's back now, but it's almost like he's not back because he only plays 15 snaps. And again, in the Bears game, we saw Stephen Weatherly out there pretty much all the time. So, and Danielle Hunter is bringing, and the Vikings are up there at the top of the league in sacks. He's bringing in all these sacks, and he does more than just rush the passer. To me, D Ford is ridiculous. The pressure he brings and forces the quarterback to make different decisions, bad decisions, and he gets the sacks, 9 sacks. D Ford, you take D Ford off the Chiefs defense, and who is a weaker defense, but if you take D Ford off this defense, it might be the worst defense in NFL history.
Yeah, I mean Chris Jones is balling.
Yeah, Chris Jones too, and they're gonna get Eric Berry back. This Chiefs teams could be
Is he
scary.
back this year?
He's coming back. He's back to practice now. Coming up now.
Like full practice.
I'm sure it started off limited, but if they get him back, hopefully he's still got some left in the tank. But Eddie Jackson we talked about. So I mean I'm picking Aaron Donald, but for the stat people out there, he does have his bye week. So maybe some people can kind of catch up, but very impressive. If I had to vote my next best guys, it would be between. Honestly, I think there's Khalil Mack was my number one defense player in football, like in general. But for this season, I think the Bears' best player, I think, is Eddie Jackson this season. I would pick Eddie Jackson before Khalil Mack. And you watch a game, it's Khalil Mack, Khalil Mack, Khalil Mack. Eddie Jackson has scored touchdowns in one game, scoring touchdowns for the Bears consistently. So I think I would go Aaron Donald, and my second vote would probably be between Eddie Jackson, D Ford, or Daniel Hunter. Khalil Mack, maybe if he didn't miss games, he would be up there. I mean, he is up there, but maybe that's why. But
somebody said something about Donald being low here. This is not in a specific
order.
order.
It's not in an order, random order. Sorry about that. It was kind of in a position order for offense, but not really for this one. Yeah, it's not rankings. We kind of just vote here. So I apologize if that's misleading. But let me go ahead and move our guys back. I feel like we're doing the pick'ems. And then we're going to move on to Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's very boring Offensive Rookie of the Year to me.
We know.
Well, I don't know if it's because it's a clear-cut guy. I think there's just not that many guys, honestly. So
we know.
One quarterback. Yeah.
You know what's really just mind-boggling is how many running backs are up here.
Yeah, running backs have been good in the draft.
That's insane. How many rookie running backs have been playing at a high level?
Are we all going to vote Saquon?
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to move the guys. We're all going to vote Saquon. But
Saquon's not going to get any yards this week. This following week.
I mean, Sony Michel and Kerryon Johnson were looking real good. They got hurt, unfortunately. I'd say Baker and Phillip Lindsay would probably be second and third after Saquon Barkley. The undrafted rookie, Phillip Lindsay. Very impressive. To think they drafted, not to take anything away from Royce Freeman because I think he's pretty good, but they drafted Royce Freeman and Phillip Lindsay's their guy. It's wild. So we're all picking Saquon. We're picking Saquon. Yeah. We're just not going to move him over. The defensive rookie is just insane because there's a million of them. There's guys I couldn't even put on here that I kind of want to put on here, but we've been doing 8. So there's your guys there. Bradley Chubb getting more and more sacks each week. Darius Leonard pretty much does it all. Leighton Vander Esch has been insane. Absolutely insane. Pretty much does it all, too. The two linebackers. Another linebacker you could have put in here was Roquan Smith, big part of the Bears defense. I just couldn't squeeze him in here. I think it's because he did miss some time with the contract situation, or he has less snaps than these guys, but I couldn't penalize these guys for how great they are for somebody else maybe not getting the snaps they got. Denzel Ward, Dante Jackson up there in the NFL, not just rookies and interceptions. Denzel Ward, I'm pretty sure, leads Pro Bowl voting, corner Pro Bowl voting, which is wild. And these safeties are insane. The safety class turned out so good. Justin Reed, maybe one of the steals of the draft for the Texans. He's got, I think it's 3 interceptions. He returned 1 for 6. That was pretty much the play of the game against the Redskins. Derwin James does it all for safety. Jesse Bates, my guy from Wake Forest, and he gets a lot of interceptions. He kind of plays that deep center field a lot of times. He's going to be good and is good right now. So there's a lot of talent here. And even though it might be an easy choice, what did Danny say? Did we even say what Danny's offensive rookie was?
No, we didn't.
Danny's offensive rookie, Anthony fucking Miller, and then said, I don't know, maybe Baker. Wait, who the fuck is Saquon? Or who the fuck? I don't know what he was trying to say. But
I think he's getting in the mindset for the Bears-Giants game coming up. So he can't give Saquon his credit.
I think he's picking Saquon.
Yeah, he's
secretly
definitely taking Saquon.
Defense, he's taking Darius Leonard. I'm
gonna side with my boy Danny.
You're gonna take Darius Leonard?
Yeah, I think he is like that. Coming into the season, everyone just thought the Colts we're just going to be like there's so many question marks, and the biggest question mark was their defense. Everyone thought their defense was young, needed time to develop, and they're going to get like exposed. They're playing out of their mind, and it's all literally all around a rookie, which is insane, absolutely insane, at least to me.
Riz, please forgive me. You are the true MVP. Well, thank you. He said, what about Hicks? Oh, Akeem Hicks could have been in the defensive MVP talk, too. But my vote is going to be for Darius Leonard as well. But I like those three safeties. Van Der Esch. Bradley Chubb might do it. He's getting more and more sacks as we go on. He might catch Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard's been absolutely ridiculous, though. But another thing I wanted to talk about, this might be real quick. So we're doing all the MVPs, yeah. So something I saw, maybe some viewers out there saw it too. Apparently, talking about the NFL draft, like the QB class, who's the favorite right now? You know, things change a lot. Even if say the college season's over, and you heard couple NFL scouts say this quarterback's number one, things could still change. Jair Alexander could be considered too. Like I said, a lot of good guys I couldn't squeeze on here. I really like Alexander. But QB1 for the NFL drafts, apparently a scout had his take on it. Pete, do you have any guesses? I know Pete's into the college quarterback.
For what?
QB1 for the 2019 NFL draft.
My choice? Or
who do you think's the best prospect?
Well, who would yours be, and who do you think a scout would like? People may have saw this already.
I think you're already talking to me about it. I think the scout said Drew Lock. No?
No.
Oh, well, never mind. But I don't know who I would choose, honestly.
You don't like the class?
I don't really like the class.
Yeah, so what a scout has come out and say is Drew Lock, basically guys like Josh Allen and Christian Hackenberg scare them a little bit about Drew Lock and Justin Herbert. That kind of scares them. And then you got guys like Haskins, may not come out. He has the tools, but weird scheme, system. Will Greer, playing very well, weird system, 24 years old. And so apparently...
I'd probably go Will Greer.
Apparently what the scouts...
As I was thinking of it.
Around the league, multiple, think right now, is they like Daniel Jones from Duke, which is very surprising. They want to work with him. I've seen comparisons of Trubisky, actually. He's a little taller than Trubisky. I think Trubisky's a little more athletic, but for a 6'7" guy, he can move.
He's got a Glennon neck.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
That is a bad thing.
That might be a bad thing, but it's a little surprising. People want to work with him. Maybe they think Duke's not doing it right. They see the tools. They can work with them. They think he can fit maybe these kind of like hybrid systems. Are not quite 100% college, but kind of a mixture of the old NFL and what today is. People said he would fit what Trubisky plays, and that could work out for him. So I thought that was kind of surprising. It's going to be, even though there's no like top tier quarterback, it's going to be a very interesting offseason. And
somebody said that Danny's getting carried away. Danny's not here.
Danny's not even here. Yeah, what?
No, what was I talking about?
Mackenzie Milton, even after the injury.
I didn't compare him to Glennon. I compared his neck to Glennon.
Yeah, just his neck.
Just his neck.
I don't think if we pull a picture of Glennon,
just his neck.
I think Glennon's neck's bigger. Maybe this one's a little more girthy.
Yeah, he's got a little more meat on the bones.
Yeah, maybe a little. But oh, Daniel Jones, like sometimes he'll throw the ball. Like he'll take so many attempts, like 40 attempts a game, and he'll just get just under 200 yards, like in college. I know you can't base it off that, but it's very interesting. Will Justin Herbert come out? That's a big question. To me right now, I mean, I don't think Herbert comes out. So if he does come to the draft, then we got a little bit of a debate. But I put Drew Lock at 1. For me, I think he'll be good in the NFL. But would I take him the top 10? I would have to be pretty desperate for a quarterback. So it's very interesting. And I saw today that DK Metcalf is declaring for the NFL draft. Ole Miss wide receiver. Got injured. He's only a redshirt sophomore. I thought he would go back. He's coming out. So that means we're most likely going to see 3 Ole Miss receivers who are all very good. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, how do they have that many good receivers and they're not a good team? Like, it's just like they got 3 NFL receivers. I know it takes more than receivers, but it's kind of funny.
Longest and next bracket.
Longest. Well, I mean, it's already over. There's no point.
It's over.
We don't
Glennon.
have to do one.
No, I had a good bracket idea.
What was it? We're not doing a bracket.
No, we're not
today.
doing one today. But I'm tell Pete. I told you. I think like
Oh, that's a good
Who has
one.
the biggest bulge in the NFL?
Tracy Weber's got a good one. Biggest bulge bracket, maybe.
definitely going to Frank Gore.
Frank Gore.
You ever seen this? Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know where
Yeah,
you're going
I
with
don't know
that.
where you're going with that.
No, my idea,
What is wrong with you?
Pete. My idea was like either haircuts or like hairstyles of like in sports or the NFL in general.
Sports haircuts.
Just because there's so many weird hairstyles.
I don't notice anybody's
not going-
hairstyles.
We're not going for good. We're going for like weird, like weirdest.
I can't even think of one.
Green hair. Antonio Brown. What's going on with the back of his head? Nobody knows. There's so many weird hairstyles. But that's just to name a few.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Brady. Drew Lock is next Tom Brady. I don't know about that. Tom Brady may have the biggest bulge, though. Possibly. No? Nobody's got any comments
No
on it.
comment.
All right.
I already made an inappropriate comment.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, I
there
think
was
Richard
one
thinks you're gay. Then I just mentioned somebody else.
I can confirm I'm not, but it's just, never mind. We're not doing the count.
But
We're
it'd
not
be
doing the
okay if
bracket.
he would be.
It'd be okay. Yeah, of course. It's 2018.
No bracket this week. We're taking suggestions on our Twitter, on our comments of what you guys... Emails. You can email us. It's in the description. We're about to get to the featured questions. You can email. It doesn't have to be a featured question in the email. Tell us what to do. We're always taking ideas for live streams, segment ideas, anything. That'll be good.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just sports.
Look at
either.
this. Dennis Schroeder's hair.
I don't
Odell
ca- I don't-
Beckham's macaroni hair.
I don't care about anybody's hair. Macaroni wasn't like pasta, like spaghetti.
It looks like Sabegi.
But guess biscotti.
Biscotti.
Get to the MVP. No one cares for college scouts. We already did the MVPs.
You're late.
You're late, Caleb. Come on. We're going to go on to the featured questions, though. How about that? We got 4 of them this week.
I'm excited.
One of them from Danny.
James Harden always wants to email while we're doing the live stream. Like, you got to do it.
You got to email during the week.
I mean, you can email right now. We'll get it, and we can read it, but there's not going to be a graphic. I can't just whip
You don't
up
get
a
a
graphic
shout-out
while
for
we're
that.
live streaming here.
But let's go to the first question.
First question. David Carrero, what are your thoughts on the Colts and Andrew Luck and the AFC South as a whole? You guys like that picture?
What is he trying to do? Like some
Mind power, mind
Wow.
control over Marcus Mariota and the Titans.
He's really thinning up there up top.
Yeah, really is.
You hate to see it. Wow. Okay, question.
Who do you all think is better, Drew Lock or Justin Herbert? Trying to answer some questions before going on to this question.
Okay.
It's tough because I don't think Herbert's coming out. I think Herbert has more potential, but maybe right now I think Lock is better. But I think Herbert, much more potential. Do you think Eddie Jackson be all pro? I think he should be. But there's still a good amount of football to be
He's
played.
got to keep it up.
But anyways, what are your thoughts on the Colts and Andrew Luck and AFC South as a whole?
I think that
Basically wants us to break down the Colts here in the division.
the division. This is another one of those divisions where everything's kind of close. Besides, I mean, Houston's.
I can't believe the Jags are the ones that are just
That's mind-boggling. Second time I've dropped that. Second time my mind has been boggled this live stream.
That's crazy.
It's probably because his mind tricks.
Oh, and while we got Mikey in here, Mikey always sends us an email about a question. I appreciate that, but we couldn't use your question this week because what was it? Some about Bears primetime games and against the Lions.
Yeah,
The Lions already happened.
No,
And
yeah,
I think he said Monday night something about the Rams and the Vikings, but they're actually.
Well, you're gonna try to say this nice. Let me give him some tough love.
Oh, you're gonna give
give
it to him.
I'm gonna give him
You're
some
gonna
tough
put him
love.
on the spot here. I was
I'm
gonna be
put
nice.
Mikey on the spot. You're gonna give him.
We love Mikey though.
We love Mikey
for emailing us, and he's always here. He's
Yes.
our guy.
He's always in the
He
chat.
said this is his email.
Well, same last name, which is weird. Yeah, the same last
Oh
name.
yeah.
No,
His
but we
backup
get
email.
he has two. He has a burner
Okay.
email. But there are other emails we're getting from Mikey. One, do your research on your questions, and two,
Why?
because he all his facts were wrong. Every single
Yeah, he
fact.
said the Vikings and the Rams were Monday night.
Two,
Vikings are noon. Rams
one
Sunday night.
question per email,
I'm on the spot.
and three,
You can give us multiple questions.
What?
You can give us multiple.
Okay, we'll take back number two.
Maybe not too many.
Not too many. Number 3, just you got to make sense. I know you're getting excited. You're typing really fast. We got to understand the question. There's been multiple times we didn't understand the question. We got to understand the question.
No, I've understand the
We
question.
still love them.
Sometimes I just don't know how to answer them really, and it's just
That means we don't understand. If you don't know how to answer it, we don't understand it.
no. I just
We love you, Mikey.
I don't know.
We love you, Mikey. Use punctuation. We need it.
no. That's not really that. It's not.
It's
really,
more for our brains.
I just couldn't use it this week. Well, mainly because you were talking about the primetime games, like against the Lions.
Yeah, but his
that happened
scheduling. He was
yesterday.
saying all these games that were
And the
happening,
scheduling,
and they're
too.
not happening when he said.
All right, back to Mikey's other account, which I don't think it's actually him. I don't know if he's messing with us, but it's David.
We'll call it his brother. It's his brother.
What are your thoughts on the Colts and Andrew Luck? All right, first, Andrew Luck's getting back. He's getting better and better, and you can say the same thing about the whole team. The whole team's getting better and better. And the thing I mentioned the power rankings I like about the Colts. We knew their offense would be fine. We thought their defense may be the worst in football, and it's so young and talented that it's getting better and better as the season goes on, and it's going to keep getting better possibly. So I think that's why they've been so good, because their defense hasn't been anywhere near the worst in football. So what do I think about the Colts? I think they're a playoff contender. Do I think they're going to go anywhere in the playoffs? Probably not. But the most impressive thing is they have the projected most cap for next year.
That's insane.
And they're a good team, a young good team now.
Le'Veon.
Colts might be the team of the future. I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Wow.
What is Pigskin Pete?
Yeah, let's give it to Pigskin because he's the Titans specialist.
He's the AFC South specialist.
Yeah, they look good recently. Andrew Luck does look like himself. Like, he looks like he's getting back into form. They have a lot of young talent, which was kind of surprising. Like, they weren't expecting this young talent to break out this early. But I'm still holding out a little bit. I don't think they've played anyone in their win streak. They played the Titans and they killed them, but that's just what the Titans do. Lay an egg after 2 big wins, so I'm not buying in. And who they play? They play the Dolphins this week. If they win that game, I'm still not buying in because it's another weak game.
Wow.
But we'll see. AFC South as a whole, I kind of called the Jags kind of slumping this year.
Yeah, but nobody thought you didn't think it'd be the way it is.
No, I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put them in the playoffs when we did our beginning of the year thing, but I didn't know who else to put in there. I had the Chiefs out of it somehow. I think we all had the Chiefs.
I mean, we didn't think defense wouldn't matter that much as it does, and offense would maybe.
But what else? Texans have been getting away with some close games. I think they're a good team. I just think they're not probably the most overrated 7-3 team right now.
James Harden's not gonna like that.
And that's just telling facts right now.
He's not gonna like it.
He already wrote in the comments I saw up there that he said they're gonna whoop the Titans on Monday night. So
should be a good one.
We'll see.
I got an email from James Harden.
Okay. Does he want us to read it now?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He said, the bag is in, boys. Do you want us to read it now? We're going to move on. Let us know. Question 2 is from Bulge Johnson. Do you guys think Nathan Peterman could win a game on the Bears?
I'm going to say no.
Not one game?
Not one game.
Wow.
He throws too many picks.
I think they could win a game with them. Like,
they would definitely win a game.
If he started the whole season,
the
for
whole
16
season
games, he would win a game.
It's a good system over there. I think he could do it.
Bulge, you're insane.
I think they
You think
could
he'd
do
be in the
it.
bracket?
Nathan Peterman? Well, the guy's name is Bulge. Who asked the question about, or who told us we should do the biggest bulge bracket? Whoever that is has to be Bulge Johnson.
I think it's Tracy.
It has to be Bulge Johnson.
Tracy's Bulge Johnson? What kind of email name is that?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding?
Corbana says we hit. Damn, y'all hit 8K. Congrats. Well, thank you. Yeah, we're getting going.
Thank you.
But yeah, I guess that answers that question. James Harden said, "Whenever you want to read it." Should we save it for last?
We'll save it for last.
All right. Mike from Michigan's back. He says Michigan 34, OSU 20.
I like how he's done with the
He's done with the Lions. He's moving on to Michigan. in maybe the biggest rival game in sports, and it means a lot. Means a lot this year.
Are we ever going to actually get a question from him? We always get just score predictions.
No. Yeah, it's just predictions and statements. I think last week he predicted the Lions that draft a quarterback or something.
Yeah.
But he's picking Michigan to win. I think Michigan's the better team. I picked Ohio State to win just because it'll cause chaos.
I like how he had the comment about them drafting a quarterback, and then Stafford has his performance that he has. I think he knows something.
Yeah,
he knows something.
This
guy's good. He's good.
And then question 4, the last question we got besides James Harden. Wait, no, he says, no, don't save it for last unless I can ask another one, please. What?
What? Don't save it for last unless I could ask another one? What?
All right, we'll read his email now then. Should we think we should do that? I don't know what this guy wants.
We'll read this one now. He could ask another. This one now. Said the Texans will be getting a lot of key starters back on defense, such as Aaron Colvin and Zach Cunningham on Monday. With Dante Foreman coming back, do you think the Texans can legitimize themselves as true contenders? Also, I may email one more question. Yours truly, James Harden.
All right, email the question.
Go ahead.
Or should we make him donate? I'm kidding.
I know his actual name. I won't expose him, but yeah.
Well, I mean, getting those guys back will definitely help. Will it make him a contender? Was that basically the question?
Yeah, we'll make him more legitimate. I think so.
I mean,
obviously, getting healthy, better players
all
back.
3 of those players are definitely going to make an impact, definitely good. So that will help them for sure, make them better for sure. Contender, we talking playoff. I mean, they're more than playoff contender, I would assume you mean. Here, they can't win the Super Bowl. Here's the thing. That's why
you just broke his heart.
I can break down the state of the NFL right now. It's gonna take me forever, but let me try to summarize it. All you do is see people say the NFL's so great now because they look at the Chiefs and the Rams. Like the scoring, there's so much scoring. It's so great. This is so fun. Well, one, those people that are programming that into your head and saying that, they just cover the NFL. They don't have a fan of it. They're not a fan of a team. Number 2, I mean, if you want that high scoring, go watch Big 12 football. But 90% or more, we're all football fans here. Danny too. And all of us are pretty big fans of a specific team. So is that so great for us that 2 teams are scoring that many points? Does it make football that much better? No. It makes football better that the Bears are playing really good, right?
Love it.
Yeah. That's how it works.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed football last year.
Oh, you can still enjoy it, but it's
and even when they weren't playing good, like watching young talent develop. If your team is bad, is exciting.
Yeah. But let me get to what that has to do with the Texans possibly going to the Super Bowl,
which they're not doing.
So basically, as a Vikings fan, I know that we can't win the Super Bowl because those teams are scoring that many points. We built a very good defense. We can't keep up with that scoring. Texans, they can't keep up with the scoring over there, and their defense it's good. It's not elite. So I think what I'm saying is I don't think the NFL is any better because all these scoring, all these teams scoring. I think it might be honestly a little worse between that and the officiating this year because I think there's only a number of teams that can win the Super Bowl. Look at the Bears' defense. It's insane. Their offense is pretty solid. I don't think they can win the Super Bowl. I think Rams, Chiefs, Saints, Patriots, Steelers.
I need to see the Rams-Bears game before I can make my statement.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bears are...
I think they could contend, but for me to say they can win a Super Bowl, I need to see them play the Rams.
I
want to see them play. They haven't played one of these Saints, Chiefs, or Rams teams. I want to see them play one of those teams.
Yeah, I don't know if the team... Because that team's going to score on you. Well, it is kind of weird that we haven't really seen those teams...
play a good defense.
Except for the Saints.
Right.
The Saints scored a lot on the Vikings, but that was mainly because the Vikings turned the ball over, which is part of the game. Not taking anything away from the Saints, but and the Vikings had half their defense out. So I want to see the Saints. I think the Saints are better than them, so I'm not trying to say anything else. I just want to see teams like the Rams and the Chiefs play better defenses.
Heat Bulls just tipped off. Oh, hey, Ditka hospitalized.
Oh boy,
in Florida. He has to last the rest of the season. Come on, man. Heart. heart-related ailment.
Did James Harden?
He did not email me another question. He's a bum.
Yeah. I think they're a very good team. They can win a game or two in the playoffs.
Who are we talking
the Texans.
about? Oh.
I just don't know. You can say that about a lot of teams, though. You can say that about the Cowboys, even. Like, they're a pretty good team. They can win a game in the playoffs. Bears are a really good team. They can win a few games. They can win a couple games. Maybe they can go to the Super Bowl. I just think these teams that can just score an insane amount of points. Right now, it looks like nobody's going to beat the Saints. That's already what it looks like because they're starting to play defense.
Yeah, but
too.
I want to see them.
But things change.
I want to see. I would love to see them play the Bears.
Season. Yeah. But
You just gotta get in the dance.
you kind of just got to get there. It's really what you got to do.
Then it's just week to week. Who could game plan better? Who comes out and shows out? Playoff football. That's what it's all about.
Any given Sunday.
Yep.
I mean,
Thursday.
Who makes
or
it
Monday.
to the playoffs with the least amount of injuries?
Who
That's
could throw?
big, too.
Who could throw a touchdown pass themselves?
And run to the goal
and
line?
will their team?
And what?
Will their team to
they said build their team. I was
to
like,
a
what?
comeback
Against the
Against
all-time
Nagy.
leading tackler.
What if the Titans finished last in the division? What do you think happens? Who gets fired?
Nobody gets fired.
It's because it's possible.
Who's coach of the year right now, in your eyes?
Coach of the year would have to be. It'd have to be Nagy, I think.
I think yeah. It's obviously still too early to jump to
Trying to think.
that the Bears are going to finish in the top of the North, but like
They'll probably give it to McVay still, but
it's like a worse the first situation. McVay was good last year. They were good.
the thing I don't like, I'm not even a Bears fan. I think a Bears fan should maybe be super mad about it, but maybe it's true. But I think people put too much on Mac. Like they trade for Mac and like they're this good, but like I think a lot of the other players gotten better.
Yeah, you literally see other players develop. Like Leonard Floyd, you literally single-handedly see him developing because he's getting more one-on-one because of Mac. There's like you
I
see.
think I think he could play better, but
Akeem Hicks is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, but
And it's 100% because of Mac.
Yeah, I mean, people say watch out for the best defenses in the playoffs, but it's a different year, so that's why it's gonna be very interesting to see like a top defense versus one of the best offenses or something. We'll see.
We will see.
Definitely a shortage on the defenses. Last question. It's Danny Provolone. Lions still suck. That's what Danny says.
And those jerseys are so ugly.
I like the helmets.
No, they're so ugly.
I like the silver helmets.
They're so ugly.
The helmets?
Everything about this is ugly.
I like the helmets.
There's nothing on them.
Those helmets are nice.
There's nothing on
I
them.
don't need to be anything on them. I mean, it's not good for a whole season, but it's like good for this. I like it.
Why can't they like dress like pilgrims and play? You know how fun that would be to watch?
Pilgrim uniforms?
Yeah. That would be so funny to watch.
Yeah.
And then we can watch Stafford complain about not getting more calls.
Right.
Every incomplete throw he has his hands up, looking at the refs. Every single one.
Yeah. Guess we're just kind of getting sick of looking at Stafford.
That's just how the game's played.
What, you complain to the refs?
Yeah, no, that's how it's played, yeah.
Yeah, what about Nagy complaining to the refs and they picked up the flag? That was terrible to me still.
Nagy was yelling. He was going.
But what goes through the refs' heads to pick that flag up? Like you saw, that drives me nuts all year. And even when we have like we have our group chat for this for the stream, and Danny even said Riz special because he knows how much I hate when the refs throw the flag and pick it up. Especially for something like it happens this year more than ever. Like you saw the flag, so you saw the penalty, so you threw the flag, and then obviously somebody changed their mind, but it's a little sketchy. Like for another ref to, like you say, we were an officiating crew, and it's Pigskin over there. It's his job to see these types of flags. He throws the flag, and you run over there. Like no. So that's a little sketchy. I don't know.
I don't know if it's sketchy, but like, what if
it's sketchy?
What if the head, like the head of the crew sees differently? He has different angles.
You know what? I got a solution. Stop miking up the players We're miking up the refs. And we listen
Oh,
to
I
every
would
game.
love that so much.
They are mic'd up, but we don't get to hear it.
I would love that so much.
It would not. Why has it never been a thing or never? Like it's just because
That would be
it's
so
sketchy.
funny.
That's
He's
why.
like,
Refs are
I
sketchy.
don't want. I gotta call this, man. I got Gurley in fantasy.
Remember? I think what was it, a Broncos game? It was years ago. Two refs gave each other like fist pumps
No.
after a call. What was that?
Oh,
It was like a goal line touchdown. I want to say it was the Broncos, but I could be wrong. Somebody in
That's
the
just-
chat. Somebody in the chat want to help us out. And the two refs just turned. They made a call like touchdown or something, and they turned to each other. Maybe it was a Patriots game.
They both had whoever scored starting in fantasy.
And they fist bumped. Like,
Yeah.
what?
We got another question from James Harden.
All right, let's read it.
He said, actually, the subject line is, "My name is Maximilian. Leave me alone." So,
Leave him alone.
yeah, because I told him I know his real name.
Okay.
But his question is, can I say that the Texans have one of the best defenses because we haven't allowed more than 30 points? It's pretty high. Except to the Colts once. We have arguably the best secondary, talent-wise, not production-wise. That goes to Chicago. I disagree with you having saying you have one of the best secondaries. But Tyron is having a Pro Bowl year and is a great leader. Kareem locking up New Orleans
Kareem
touchdowns
Jackson
and
could be a
whatever.
Pro Bowler. I don't know what
Justin
Matt
Reed.
doing there. Good. But
Best ever Reed to wear 20. I don't know about that. Joseph has been solid, and Colvin is best slot last year coming back. Even Wright looks all right. I say the Texans
well, what's the
secondary.
question? There's a lot going on here.
He's
What's
just
the
he's
question?
there's not really a question here.
He just wants you to read all this.
He wants me to read all this, and he's just basically. And then there's a part here at the bottom. P.S. Titans suck. Don't want to hear it. Not kidding you. You can read that. He's got it right there. He's got it right there.
Texans fans are just ridiculous. Like every single year.
Oh,
Let's go, Pete. Tell us how you
come
really
on, let's
feel.
go.
Just like go read. Like you could just go see like an NFL post something on Instagram.
I mean, you can. There's something bad about every fan base. It's different.
I'm just saying you go on like NFL Instagram and like just look at a random post and there'll be a Texans fan saying something really stupid in the comments. Like I have nothing to do with
bashing-
Get him, Pete. Get him.
I'm
I was,
saying, like,
I was
it's-
bashing
it's
my very own
ridiculous.
Vikings fan base. Like you got one other fan bases. I think I was comparing the Bears to the Cowboys a little bit. Actually, I think they get a little too excited when they see good play, and then lately it hasn't been from the. I think the Bears fans are too confident. Maybe I think the Cowboys fans we've seen like too confident, and then like everybody sucks. Fired somebody out everything, and it's back and forth. But the Vikings, to me, what I've seen is we don't really bash players too much. It's just more just like as soon as you lose, it just fire the whole coaching staff and the front office. Like it's just fire everybody. It's kind of funny. Each fan base has like different way of thinking about things. Well, I guess I shouldn't have said Bears. I think Chicago. I remember with Derrick Rose after injury. I think like. And Derrick Rose, my favorite basketball player of all time too. But I'm laughing at other Chicago fans. He would have like a good game. I'm like, he's back. Derrick Rose is back. That's what everybody said. And then next day, he doesn't have such a good game. He sucks. We got to trade him. Like I can't believe it. He sucks after his injury. Like that. That's what was going on, and it kind of drove me nuts. So everyone has a different way about their fan bases. So I mean, it's not just like the Texans are just. You get my point.
Yeah, but there's certain cities that have some pretty awful fans.
Trubisky's top 10. Name 10 from him. You're out of control. Out of control. It's not even close. That's another question. I want to pass up questions. Should the Giants go quarterback, offensive line, or pass rusher in the draft? Big Blue for life says that.
I'm going to say quarterback.
Whatever is best available. You might have no choice but to go quarterback, but
Well, they could. I think best case scenario for the Giants, I don't think a young quarterback is their solution.
best available, even if it's offensive lineman. Yeah, I think to me.
I don't know. I want them to go like sign one of these veteran guys.
I think you're seeing how important offensive line is, like now more than ever. Like,
Yeah.
Saints are the best team in football. They may have the best offensive line in football. The
Rams offensive
you
line.
could argue is the best offensive line in football. The Steelers, you can argue, is one of the best offensive line. The Bears, you can argue, is the most. The Chiefs.
No, but the Chiefs though now
Patriots.
you can tell when the Chiefs offensive line has a rough game, like Mahomes' his performance is just way down.
That was probably their first rough game, though.
Yeah, but he had he got stripped twice, and how many picks did he have?
And
Was
look
it
at the
2 or
Vikings.
3?
The Vikings team is built. Really, it's built to win a Super Bowl, but then minus the offensive line.
With the Vikings, I don't get why you invest so much money into a quarterback they knew their line. They know that their line is only decent if healthy, and they're never healthy.
Well, I don't really blame them because what they're thinking was we made it to the NFC Championship with Case Keenum. What if we had Kirk Cousins?
The money was way different.
Yeah,
like,
no,
if
but they're thinking
keep Keenum and you sign offensive linemen, I think you're
really
still
none to
decent.
sign, but
Right.
they could have drafted better, I guess. There,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
But
Yeah, there's
know
too much
Zimmer's
talk.
with
There's
his corners.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My question was basically, is the Texans the best secondary
No,
in all of football?
I don't think so.
No. All right,
That's
Mikey
kinda
Rhoda,
weird.
just
Thank
subscribe.
you.
Thank you.
Mikey Rhoda, Mariota.
Yeah.
Maury Rhoda. What?
We
Who has
got
the best
we got an
secondary in
email.
football?
We got a quick email after we answer this question. It's the best secondary in football. It's probably going to be. Who is the best secondary
Based off how they played this year,
this year up till now?
man, the Chargers pretty good secondary.
Yeah, they're
Casey Hayward, Desmond King, Vretz is always hurt, but Derwin James, the Vikings secondary, Harrison Smith. What about Sadeo's still hurt? I think Anthony Harris might be better than him. That's pretty wild. So what's the future, Sadeo or that's just we're off topic, but I thought Anthony Harris was pretty
I'd say
impressive.
the Bucks got the best secondary.
Yeah, you're funny. I mean, the Titans didn't have Malcolm Butler, or maybe the Titans, but
He's
they
been playing better lately.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
better than what he has been playing.
No,
Has
like,
been
he's
awful.
He's not giving up big plays or anything like that. So
Well, I don't know the answer to the best secondary, but I got
I
another
mean, the
question.
Texans are up there, definitely up there.
Oh, that's not really a question. Never mind. We're not even going to give him the. He's talking
Why?
about just the Bears Saints last year. How
Last
it
year
was a
doesn't mean
close game.
anything.
Yeah, means nothing.
Titans suck. Stop it.
Phil Mickelson wins it all.
And the Jags definitely up there for secondary too. Is there safety play like really that? I mean, it might be Ronnie Harrison time. Kind of is already.
All right, we got a couple more questions here.
Couple more questions? What in the chat? Are
Yeah,
you saying
before
you're
we
taking a couple more questions before we sign off?
Sign off. Mikey says, I have a question. Does Tracy Weber only comment to hate on people?
Well, Cyprian's out for the season. He didn't play it all
What are
this
your
year.
thoughts? Is Tracy hating on people in the chat?
Wait, what was it?
Look at what Mikey says. If someone's bullying in the chat, I don't want to hear none of that. None of that. I don't even see her or him or her. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Mikey, take care of it.
Yeah,
Somebody said the Jags.
they're up there.
Are they though?
I'm still trying to think.
Pete,
of
we
the
got it.
secondary.
Titans have one of the best cornerbacks. What?
Who is it? One of the best corners.
yeah, remember what was it? Week can't even think right now. When the Titans played the Texans, week 2? Is that week 2? Yeah, it was week 2.
Okay.
Remember when Dory just mossed DeAndre Hopkins, just took the ball over him in the end zone?
Should he play receiver?
You can't
Oh.
moss someone if you're on defense, Pete.
Can do it.
No.
She says keep talking in here, so.
All right, Tracy, none of that. Positivity only.
I don't really care what you do.
No, I do. I do. And we're going to have Mikey regulate the chat.
GM of the year? It might be Ryan Pace.
Ryan Pace. He would go in there with hairstyles because what the heck's going on with that thing?
You could go with a couple guys.
She did lose to Kevin Byard. It's funny.
Yeah. You could go with a couple of GMs here. Chris Ballard pops into mind too, because like all the starting rookies, really all the rookies that make an impact on the Colts defense and how they're getting better. I think. Yeah, to be fair, we'll go Nagy with the coach, and then we'll go Ballard with the GM.
Okay.
I'll take too many Bears.
He was double covered. Byard was right there too, but ball was not overthrown. It was in the back of the end zone. How is it underthrown? You can't throw any further than that.
Yeah.
And Adoree went up and took it from him. Literally straight facts. Go watch the video.
Where do you think Ramsey going at Frogs? I think
Nowhere.
he's going where he's at. It's a little bit of frustration. They're not going to trade him because it's hard to find early corner prospects in this upcoming draft are very good. Very, very good. But once you get by probably about the second round, it's pretty bad. So, man, they might have to look for a quarterback. May have to do it finally. I think we see some quarterback trades, honestly.
I think we're going to see some veterans
Like
traded.
starting quarterbacks. Yeah, like maybe Stafford on the screen.
Flacco?
No, that'd be a wild card. But Flacco, yeah. Flacco. There's been maybe since Coughlin's with the Jags, do they take Eli for a late round pick? That'd be pretty funny. Carr brought him up. Could be traded. Gruden, needs to find his quarterback, even though Carr has the talent. Maybe Mariota gets traded. No, I'm kidding.
Kirk Cousins.
Maybe they want to dump the money. I don't know.
Nobody's taking that money.
No, they wouldn't trade him anyways.
Yeah.
First year. I want to give him more time. I think our offense coordinator needs to go, honestly. There's been overreacting.
Isn't he new?
From what?
Isn't he new?
Yeah, he's not good. I blame him on the Bears game. 100%. I know Kirk can't throw the ball to the other team and Dalvin can't fumble, but I think they're set up. They were set up by the play calling. I think it kind of sets that up. I think people are overreacting with the fire Zimmer. You're overreacting. And I even heard fire Spielman. You're overreacting. But DiFilippo has been... I've ranted Riz rants about DiFilippo on Twitter all the time, too. I think he's just... Playbook, fantastic. You can say that about a lot of these coordinators. Playbook is fantastic. Play calling and decision-making is absolutely terrible. Trade Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
All right, I think all three of us pick up one more question each.
One more question?
I got one.
Oh, yeah,
James Harden here. He says, "What do I have to do to make you guys like me?" It's a three-parter.
Well, yeah, I like you.
No. It's a three-parter.
Three-part.
It's a three-parter. You gotta love the Bears.
No.
You gotta love the Vikings.
You can't like all three.
No. Okay, you got it. Yeah,
you gotta respect.
Okay, you gotta love the Bears, respect the Vikings, and what's a good adjective?
I don't got.
I want to say respect the Titans.
Oh, respect the Titans. What's an adjective for you?
I don't
bash.
know.
I never
Okay,
bashed-
love the Bears, like the
never
Vikings,
bashed the
respect the
Texans.
Titans,
Yeah, I mean,
and bash the Texans.
I like you're always in here. Appreciate you. And Pete's gonna disagree with you. It's just Texans versus Titans. I mean, that's
You
just
got mad
happens.
that I called them a 7-3 overrated 7-3 team. Like they literally barely escaped games.
I don't know if I would call it overrated, but maybe they're just maybe I don't know. Maybe not as good as they're. It's hard to explain. Some teams just. You're basically saying they haven't really played anybody.
Well, they should have lost so many games. Vance Joseph just handed them the game.
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien even said it at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Called him an idiot. He called him an effing idiot.
Who are you taking on your team with your first pick? Are you talking about just NFL players? Like,
Yeah, do current NFL.
if I started with if I started
Titans will never be respected, so you're not getting.
if I started a franchise today, and the goal isn't for 1 year, it's for a franchise future. I'm picking Mahomes first. I'm doing it.
Wow,
Yeah.
I think it's about that time.
Yep.
I respect the Bears and the Vikings and Titans will never be respected.
Well, James, you hate to see it.
Yeah. Anything else? Sent another email.
All right,
Check it, please.
Do we got one?
Luke Urbach.
Yeah, Urback, we're on.
This is it. The stream's gonna end after this.
After this question, let me pull it up. Luke says, "Oh, it's a Bears question. Gotta love it. How good do you think Mitch can be in the playoffs and next year?"
I think he struggles in the playoffs this year. I think he could be a good quarterback. I think his potential is there, but like week after week playing playoff teams, I mean, I think, and it's as expected. It's like nothing terrible, but I think he could struggle. I think their defense can win them games. I don't know. That's just my take. We've seen him play like really good games against teams like the Bucks, but just like think about playing. Just like think about like a guy like Keenum and Bortles had to do last year. They had to week after week play good teams and make it to the Super Bowl and neither made it to Super Bowl. But then they had to win that one. Like, you have to count on them to keep playing those games. Trubisky has thrown good amount of interceptions this year, and I think he's fortunate he hasn't had more. He's got a lot of potential. He's good, but I think a bye would be big time. If they got a bye, I think that'd be insane. But I think for him to, like, maybe the first time they play in the playoffs, plays out of this world. He could play very good. I can see that. But will it consistently happen throughout the playoffs? Most likely not, and it's to be expected. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
But the thing that I have seen that, like, gives me hope, like, right, I'm a Bears fan, sure, but, like, and this is not bias, he has taken steps, even if it's small, big, whatever, game to game. I have not seen him take one step back. Everything has been little steps and then a couple bigger steps forward in terms of his progression and his development. So, like, I mean, I'm excited, not only for this year, for moving forward.
And that's true, but that's after
And he
playing,
fits the system perfectly.
Yeah, but that's after playing, who you guys playing? The Lions, then the Vikings and the Lions, but then you're going to have to play.
But still, that's 3 division games.
I mean, the Vikings,
regardless of how good the teams are, winning 3 division games in a row is huge.
Well, I know, but my point is, when you go to the playoffs, you're going to have to play. I guess the Vikings could be one of them, possibly. Maybe the Vikings, or it would be the Packers, or it would be who would be in the first round. You could play the Cowboys, who have very good defense, and then easily can play a good game against those. And then the next week, you have to play the Rams, and then the next week, you have to play the Saints. Like, yes, you have to. I think he meant as a playoffs as a whole, but I don't know. Yeah. But I think consistently throughout a playoff run, I think he could struggle. I think he can. I think the first game, the playoffs they play, I think he could play a pretty good game.
I'm excited.
But yeah.
Real quick before we go, Party Parth, I saw he wrote the question a couple times and he's getting mad we're not answering it. He said, "Who do you think's gonna get the 6th seed in the AFC?" There's still a lot of.
That's a close
there's
race.
still a lot of ball left to play. There's still 6 games left. Like, just think about that. It's still 6 games that could determine that. So there's a lot of 5-5 teams. I think it's between Colts, Titans.
I've seen teams choke bad plenty of times at this point too. Like, I've seen it.
I mean, it's between
it's
Colts,
gonna change
Titans,
big time.
Ravens, Bengals. Pretty much wrong.
But I got something to add here for that. If you don't follow our Twitter, frogs_angels, I started this last week on Tuesday, early Tuesday. I'm updating my playoff seeding predictions and then round by round playoff predictions and then Super Bowl predictions. So if you follow Twitter, it's on there. I update that every Tuesday. And then my most recent one, I had the Colts actually in the 6th seed. So that answers that. But it's going to change. That's why I'm updating it every week. It's going to change. So as of now, I have the Colts there. And it came down because I do scenarios game by game when I come up with that. I don't just pull it out of my ass. And I had the Titans and the Colts playing each other last game of the year. The winner of that gets 6th seed, basically, is what I had. So for some reason, the Titans can't play the Colts, so that's how that ended up.
Colts are hot at the right time.
We'll be home that last game.
Yeah, could go either way.
We gotta see how Monday night goes.
Yeah, but I think that's gonna do it. We were on the Stafford, Danny Provil line, still stuck Stafford screen for forever, too long. But I guess I gotta be Danny this week. At 10K is our subscriber goal. At 10K, we got a face reveal, but we're going to have some surprises on the way. And even after 10K, some more big things coming. This channel is always improving. And it's thanks to you guys out there. All you guys out there. You guys in the chat. Gavin for donating. Guys, other guys that donated in the past. You guys are just something else. So
we love you all. Another
thanks for the subscriptions and the donation from Gavin. Please like and subscribe any of our videos. It'd be much appreciated. I don't know how you subscribe to a video, but...
Well, the channel.
The channel, yeah. Right. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. 10K, almost there. It's going to happen. We're going to get there. But that's going to do it. Goodbye.
About to go pound some food.
Me too. Oh. 7 o'clock, past 7 o'clock. I need food.
Dinner time.